Welcome to the Journey of a Thousand Mistakes. My name is Guillaume Sauvé, and once again, I'm so thankful that you're here sharing this experience with me. That first challenge of the year honestly was pretty intense. It took a lot out of me. That's why I decided to do something a little simpler for my second challenge. Basically, I planned out my entire year for 2020. Obviously, I didn't go into complete minutious detail because that would just trigger my perfectionism, and it's not something I want to do. But for every major area of my life, I came up with a list of goals and objectives that I set for myself. Some of them are daily goals, some of them are weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals. Some of them are just basically projects that I want to accomplish at some point during the year. Some of them are more vague, like get in the best shape of my life. It's kind of hard to quantify that, but I'm pretty sure that once I get to that level, I'll know it. Anyway, I won't go into too much detail because honestly, my plan doesn't really affect you. It's going to be different for everyone, but I just wanted to mention it. That was my goal. But by doing this goal, honestly, I discovered something that was so much better than that. And it was the free writing exercises that I did. Basically, I closed all the lights in the apartment. I put on some relaxing music, no voice, no sound, no speech to distract me, just relaxing music to get in that relaxed state. And I started walking around the apartment, just letting my thoughts drift, my mind wander, asking myself questions that I never really thought to ask before. So I just walk around, sometimes with my eyes open, sometimes closed. A few times I actually bumped into stuff. It was kind of funny. Anyway, and whenever I had a thought that I thought was useful, something I wanted to get rid of, to externalize, I'd flip on the light, grab a journal, and just write it down. And I'd like to share what I wrote down with you that night, because honestly, it was such a liberating experience. Just getting rid of all that. I slept so well that night because I didn't have to worry about all those things that are hiding, lurking in the back of my subconscious. I was just free to drift away. Honestly, it was awesome. And I'm going to repeat it. Probably not daily. I'm thinking weekly, at least once a week. We'll see. For now, I'd like to share those thoughts with you. I'd like to warn you, some of them are a little darker, some of them are uplifting, but that's just part of life, part of who you are. All right, here we go. I don't want to live a normal life. I want to live an epic, adventurous life. I'm comfortable and happy with the way my life is. And that's the problem. I don't want to be. If I died right now, very few people would show up to my funeral. And those who did wouldn't really know who I truly am. I must learn to connect and express my deepest, truest desires with those closest to me. TV is consuming way too much of my time. I waste my time working on the small things because I'm afraid to work on the things that would really truly move my life forward. I'm lonely. That one was a hard one to accept. I can find joy in even the smallest, mundane things, and this ability to be happy in almost every situation is holding me back. Sometimes I wish the people closest to me weren't so supportive. I envy those whose lives are truly horrible because I think it would be easier to change and to strive for greatness if I had nowhere to go but up. I think I overeat because it's one of the only sources of true pleasure in my life. If I found other things that brought me joy, I feel I would be less prone to overeating. I'm attached to my possessions. I care what others think of me, and I wish I didn't. I'm afraid of going after what I really want, because it would mean tearing down who I am right now, and I'm happy with who I am, even though I haven't accomplished all the dreams and goals I have. I love this free writing exercise. It's very liberating. Earlier tonight, I closed the lights and looked out the window. I saw an old man light his cigarette and smoke it alone while watching TV. I realized that old man could be me in 50 years, and that terrified me. I don't want to get to the end of my life and realize I wasted my precious time on doing useless things. Time is fleeting. Am I lying to myself? Is there really any meaning to life? The old man is back. He's outside now, taking out the compost and the recycling. As I watch him, I can't help but feel sad. He's alone, outside on a cold night at 11 on a Wednesday. But as he begins shoveling the driveway, I notice how precise and careful he is, and I can't help but smile. There's meaning in even the smallest of things. You just have to know how to look. This last one was actually written a few days later, but it was in the same vein, so I thought I'd include it too. Life is like walking on a frozen lake in spring. In some places, the ice is thick. In others, it's thin. Sometimes it cracks. Sometimes it breaks and you fall in. But you manage to scramble back out. Inevitably, though, the temperature will rise and the ice will melt, and you will fall in and drown. You never know when that moment will come, so you should live your life to the fullest each moment of each day and not fear the end. Death is part of life. So as you can see, some of them were a little darker and some of them were a little more uplifting. Honestly, it was just getting rid of them, letting you fly free. I feel that by the act of writing it down, it helped me get rid of many of them. Some things I didn't even realize I thought in the back of my mind. For example, the one on meaning. I believe that anything is possible, so everything has meaning. But my friend is kind of the opposite. He believes there is no meaning, so what's the point of doing anything? And honestly, since I'm trying to learn more from different people to understand how life works, or at least how I see it works, because it's different for everyone, so I've been more open to that. And I feel that just hearing him talk has opened me the possibility. I still find meaning in most of the things I do, but just accepting that maybe everything is meaningless has been liberating. So I encourage you to do this. Question yourself, even your most ingrained, deepest beliefs, the way you live your life. Because once you can hold two conflicting thoughts in your head at the same time, that's when you can really unlock your potential. In my case, as I was saying, I feel like everything has meaning. So it's sort of like life is predestined. No matter what you do, you're going to achieve your destiny. I like to believe that because it imbues me with a sense of pride and meaningfulness. But on the other hand, I know how important it is to strive and control your life, your trajectory. So there are two conflicting things, destiny versus free will. Yet I still hold both in my head and I believe both with the core of my being. And that I feel has allowed me to have this balance in life, where I'm happy, find meaning in the moment, have faith in the universe and everyone around me. And honestly, it's amazing. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting a little off topic with this. I feel like this whole challenge was a success. I planned out my year. I did this freewriting exercise, which I will repeat in the future because it's amazing. You should all do it. Before we go, I'd just like to quickly explain. I've updated the way I'm doing these challenges. I started on a Wednesday and planned 7 days, so my plan was to do that every week. But honestly, it's too intense. It messes up my whole week. So instead, I shortened it to 5 days. So from Monday to Friday are going to be the challenges. And then on the weekend, I'm going to film these videos, upload the audio, write the blog, publish it, and have a little time to relax before starting the next challenge. I fear it's going to be more effective. I hope the quality of the videos and the audio and the blog and everything will be better. And honestly, it's just going to be more liberating for me because I feel like I keep adding on and on and on and on. And at some point, it just would have cracked if I kept it the way it was. So by shifting like this, it's going to be way better. Also, I might have a chance to do one extra challenge because since I'm shifting, I started the new challenge on Monday, even though this one ended on Wednesday. So by doing that, it's going to add one more challenge. Or maybe we'll see at the end, I'll just take 1 week off to celebrate. Anyway, that's far away. We have time. Until then, if you want to get a guide with all my resources, so books, podcasts, resources, whether it be apps or other such things, just go to thejourneyof1000mistakes.com. Sign up for my newsletter there. I'll send you the guide with everything. I'll also keep you updated whenever there's something new. If you want to contact me, there's a contact page there. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to talk to you about anything you're struggling with, or if you just want to share something you did that was awesome, your own challenges, that would be awesome. Also, if you prefer to read rather than watch or listen, go to The Journey of 1000 Mistakes. Also, that's where I have my blog. All right, I think that about covers everything. Thanks again for being here. Honestly, this challenge, even though it's only been 2 weeks, it feels amazing. I'm so happy I did it, even though sometimes in the moment it sucks. Once you get to the end, and even if you fail, just the fact that you tried, you feel so powerful inside. So I encourage you to do it. Take your own challenges, learn from your mistakes, pursue your dreams no matter what. And that's it. This is the end of the second challenge. Week 3, quick preview, is going to be cold showers. I won't go into too much detail. I started yesterday. Today's going to be my second day of cold showers. Honestly, it sucked, but that's part of the challenge. After, I felt so alive. Anyway, I don't want to go into too much detail. That's for next week. In the meantime, go be awesome. Thanks for being here. Goodbye.